So I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm like the biggest K-pop expert because I'm not. However, I do pay attention to it. And Illit reaches 1 billion streams on Spotify. They're the second fastest K-pop act in history to do so. Congratulations, Illit. Who is Illit? I never heard of Illit before. Now they have the second fastest K-pop act in history to reach 1 billion streams. Congratulations to y'all. Man, it feels like only yesterday. Kids, I'm old enough to remember 2020 when Blackpink hit with Ice Cream with Selena Gomez and Nicki Minaj, and that was a huge song. And BTS hit with Dynamite worldwide, and Dynamite should have won a bunch of Grammys. Dynamite actually should have won Record and Song of the Year at the Grammys in 2021. That's the year that Blinding Lights by The Weeknd should have been nominated, but the Grammys didn't nominate it, which is just ridiculous. And so next up was probably BTS, and they lost to Billie Eilish. I think it was Everything That I Wanted. But what bigger songs in 2021 than Blinding Lights by The Weeknd and Dynamite? Didn't make any sense. So yeah, I'm old enough, kids, to remember BTS and Blackpink dominating the charts. Interesting fact though, both BTS and Blackpink will be releasing new albums this year. So that'll be exciting. The thing is, when it comes to music, 5 years is a lot of time. So when BTS and Blackpink comes back, will they come back and still dominate the charts? Now, the individuals of BTS and Blackpink have all released either albums or singles. So they've been around. So it's not like they all totally disappeared. But as acts, BTS and Blackpink, this is their first full-length albums in 5 years. So will they come back and dominate the charts? Or will groups like Illit, which I thought was Illit, Illit would have been a nice name, like back in the 90s for a hip hop group. Yo, we Illit, you know what I mean? Illit. But will Illit and newer groups like that, like New Jeans, like will they dominate BTS and Blackpink? So if you're a fan of Illit, tell us what songs should we check out? Because I think some people like me, we didn't know who they were until I saw this. And secondly, if you are a K-pop fan, what is your favorite K-pop songs this year? And if you listen to K-pop on Spotify, if Illit is the second fastest K-pop act in history with 1 billion streams, who do you listen to on Spotify when it comes to K-pop?